Looking for treasure or something of old, hoping for silver or better yet gold. Detector, pinpointer, digger and pouch, all ready to go sitting next to the couch. Can't sleep for thinking about my next find. It must seem to others that I've lost my mind. Hundreds of pull tabs can slaw and metal, searching daylight to dark, not content to just settle. And the next special thing to come from the ground was just sitting there, waiting for me to be found.
I've been here a few times, mostly with the AT Pro and the small 5x8 coil. I've got the big Goliath, the Nell Goliath 15x17 on it now. I'm going to try that for a while just to see if I can get some depth, because everything that's come out of here has been pretty much modern coins. Well, all of them had been, actually. I think maybe one Wheatie, but I got Old Yeller here as a backup with a standard coil, a Garrett Ace 350. So let me swing this thing and see if we can come up with a little more depth and maybe get down to some older artifacts or coins. This place, the house was built probably in 1970, but mosquitoes are out. It's been used for a camp and for years and years before that, so there should be something older here. Let's give it a whirl. This was oops, guess I could do a little better with this camera work. This was showing about 8 inches and a 58, which is probably a pull tab. It says it's out of the hole. However, don't seem to be able to pick it up with the pinpointer. Hang on a minute, let me shut this down, move that metal legs on that tripod. See if I can hit it with the coil again. There's another signal right there in front of that, another shell casing. 3220, whatever that is. Anyway, hopefully that solves all the mysteries. I still don't know what that high tone was, unless it was just working off that penny, but I can't believe it was in the 90s. I'm going to check it again real quick with a coil and see what happens. Well, I finally located it. It's a head stamp, 12 gauge, looks like a W, I don't know what else, I guess it's a Winchester. Anyway, I'm going to drop that into the mail for Exploring Alabama. The only one thing he likes better than a pull tab is a head stamp. Okay, I've got a 91. There's a couple of signals right here by this big old oak tree. There's a 91 mixed in. Had to drop my headphones in my machine because I dropped my camera out of my pouch. '85, '82. There's some iron in there. There's a 90. 99. Let me see if I can get around these roots. Well, it says it's about 8 inches, so I don't know if I can get around these roots or not. Pretty big tree. I'll give it a show here, or a try here. Well, there's a huge root right there. It's probably 10 inches across, 8 inches, whatever. And over here on this side of it, this explains the 58, which is a 32 caliber casing, spent casing. But I'm getting a 70s mid to high tone over here, and I'm getting something over here also. So there's more stuff here, but it's a nightmare with all these roots. So let me see what I can do. I'm not going to live dig this thing because it may take forever. Well, this explains the mid to high tone. It's a clad penny, 1982. So anyway, that solves that problem. Now the next thing is, you do not want to get your pinpointer within 2, maybe even 3 feet of that big coil, because it'll false and you'll think you're on top of something. But I had it pinpointing here. I had it laying about where that big stick is right there, and it was false in telling me there was something there. It was that giant coil. God, this ground is hard as concrete. I'm a big old boy, and that's all I can do to get the shovel down through there, bouncing and wiggling. After 5 minutes, there's the culprit. Definitely gold. Beaver tail pull tab. Exploring Alabama, you are making out today. This is going in the mail too. Well, I traded the AT Pro in for Old Yeller here. That coal in this ground is just almost impossible to try and pinpoint with it. It's just so big and there's so much here, which is understandable. I was just hoping to get below whatever the standard coal was. And this was ringing about I think about a 51, 55. And once again, I have found gold. It was a gold beaver tail. I'm pretty sure Exploring Alabama ought to at least owe me a set of batteries for my detector for gathering up all these pull tabs and sending them to him. I want to show you something why this ground's so dry. This is a little short canal right here, and out further, see if I can get this without, see how dry that is? No water in it at all. And there's the Withlacoochee River. It's got 2 little streams, look to be maybe 8 or 10 foot wide. And that's probably 100 yards right there, if not more, from one side to the other. There's 2 little streams running through it. We are in dire need of some water here in Central Florida. I imagine for Florida as a whole. This is the first signal, good signal anyway. 1976 Lincoln Memorial. It's about 2 inches down. Real good signal, but it should have been. Okay, let's hope for something better. Well, this is pretty neat. I got a 76 signal here, and it's about 4 inches, maybe 3. So I dug it. When I dug it, it looked like just, you know, a piece of aluminum, some sort of scrap. But when I turned it over, it's looks like it's a key ring or a key fob, whatever. It says postage guaranteed, finder, deposit any mailbox, disabled American veteran, Cincinnati, Ohio, and a zip code. So that's pretty cool. Better than a scrap piece of aluminum. And it says there's something else in this. Some sort of a 56, which might be the key or keys. Oops. This tripod thingy sometimes doesn't work out too good. Of course, it could be operator error too. Something in the corner of the plug. But also said there was something here. Maybe it's under the plug in the ground. Who knows? Let me see what this is. It just rained all day yesterday. This ground is perfect. It's wet, so we have should be right here. Not sure if you can see that. And I thought that was it. Must be small. What have I got here? A shell. I have no idea where it went. Let me shut this thing off. Okay, I moved over towards the bank where it drops off. Had an 81 here, and it is a dime. It's so crusty though, I can't really read it. I'm pretty sure it's a clad dime, but oh well, it's a dime. Whew, same hole. Actually, I ran the pin pointer over it again after I got that dime, and there's another dime right here, and there's something right there also. So there's one and two. Imagine that. They're all dimes. Okay, I'll have to clean them up, see what they are. There was another signal in the hole. So it was 3 dimes and a rusty screw. So that's why I was having trouble pinpointing. I was getting that little grunt. And this is about 2 one-hour hunts One at the Dime Ranch and one at where the 1920s hotel burnt down. I'm pretty sure one of these dimes was from the well, I got 3 here today. I may be missing one here somewhere. Anyway, a few dimes, a couple pennies. The most interesting thing was drop in any mailbox, postage guaranteed, disabled veteran, American veterans, and of course a bunch of odds and ends and junk, cans, pop tops, beaver tails, old head stamp here, tiny what's left of a 22 cartridge, spent cartridge. That's what I chased for so long. Piece of copper wire, usual suspects, and that's it.